First of all, I want to thank Jade for coming from New York and working through all of the challenges of being with us this evening and communicating. Thank you for the film. I actually got to enjoy this for the first time tonight, which is great because I feel as though I'm still processing it. It's fresh. I can't believe how much you took on in this film. I'm overwhelmed. Sexuality.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, I love it. And just and the communication with deaf family, people of different ethnicities in dating. I mean, you touched a little bit on so many issues. So I guess my first question is, how did you come to take this on? So many issues to tackle. It's just amazing.
Well, first of all, so first of all, I want to start with saying that okay? Yeah. So I started the short film while I was at N.Y.U. It was probably in 91 or 92, and then I wrote the script in class. I think I was probably I think it was my junior year, and I expanded on that script. I think that was the year 1992. And then after I graduated at N.Y.U, I mentored with a person who was a script writer, so I was able to not only take classes at the same time that this mentor was giving me advice and feedback on script writing. So around 1995, I continued writing the script, and I was able to write a lot more on it. And then I started to get funding. It was only, it was $800,000, almost $1 million, around 1995, 96. But it wasn't digital back then. So I had to find someone who was willing to donate money. It was about $300,000, but we had to find a match funder. So we were looking, and we did not meet that deadline. So they had to give the money to someone else. Unfortunately, that script was part of that funding. So we had to focus on a completely different film, a completely different script. We had to do something else. So about 10 years later, I picked up that script again. And I decided to add, you know, as I'm becoming older, I decided to add a few things about my life into the script. You know, and I started to ask my mother how I became deaf, and how I went to the audiologist, and, you know, because I had really no idea. In 2011, 2012, they had told me that I fell and I hit my head. So all of these events, I had these dreams, and, you know, I had the tinnitus, the ringing of the ear, I had vertigo, I had a lot of, you know, very strange dreams. And so I decided to take these parts of my life and add them into the script. I mean, I can't even count. About 50 times I rewrote the script over and over and over again, just adding new information that I had learned. So I read the script over and I felt, you know what, it's time. it's time. So before I submit it to, you know, different festivals and producing companies, I wanted to get, you know, professional feedback to see how I could improve. You know, so this is an accumulation of about 20 plus years of me going back and forth and putting this whole thing together. So in 2012, I tried to raise about $1.5 million through, you know, Kickstarter, from Indiegogo, GoFundMe, what else? I was just trying to, you know, collect at least 1.5 million. That was my goal. However, I wasn't really getting any of that. I was only able to get about 40,000. You know, I was able to do individuals, private companies, VRS providers, you know, different product placement. You know, no one wanted to give me money for this. So I raised this $40,000 by myself. However, I had to make 2 versions. You saw tonight the 85-minute version, which is the full version, and that's fine. I'm happy that I was able to show you that. Actually, I prefer that. You know, it was about 60% of everything because I had to edit and delete some things to get it to the shorter version. However, my goal at all these festivals I attend is to just distribute opportunities. And then once I am able to earn more money, then we will reshoot, rescreen, and go through the whole process again, and hopefully it'll go out on the big screen. Any questions? So I've known this woman, Jade, for a very long time. We always talk about how she's looking, you know, for big money to be able to produce her film, especially with all of the struggles and challenges that she's faced. But really, your effort, your passion, your heart, I mean, you are a Black woman, you're deaf, and you have so much passion and so much talent. You've really shown the deaf community what we go through, all of our trials and tribulations. You know, hearing people don't really, why aren't you getting the support from this as we view your film? Good question. You know, I've been writing a lot of letters and I've been sending them out and I'm not getting any money. So we would have to, well, my goal is to earn enough money to reshoot this film. And we could also, with that, I could get a solid team. I could get enough time to reshoot this. I mean, I did this. This is exactly what $40,000 looks like.
I just want to put this in context a bit because, okay, you went to film school. You have the challenge of being a filmmaker. That's one. And then we all know that marketing, no matter whether one is deaf, whatever color we are, there is an additional challenge of marketing, the business piece. I understand that you have 2 companies, Jade. Can you talk about the formation of those 2 companies and what they are?
You mean my companies?
Yes.
So my company, DeafVision, is a nonprofit. We use that company to earn taxable donations. Jade Films, that's my business. So we try and earn enough money that we can, but it hasn't worked out well for us. That's why I'm really looking for a distributing deal. So therefore, Jade Films is the for business purpose only. But right now, I'm looking for TV editors. And I'm also looking for an agent who can find a production company and help me develop 2 TV pilots that could stream on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. So, you know, we're still going through that struggle. It's been 25 years. I just got to keep pushing on. You know, other people have given up, but not me. Not me. Any other questions? There aren't many Black people in the audience right now. But the term sellout, you showed that story, but you also want to be successful too. I mean, there's a lot of barriers for people of color. So the fact that you're willing to take that on and continue to be successful, really, I mean, all due respect to you, Jade. All due respect to you. So I was just commenting about the TV pilot. The one that I am, well, I have 2 pilots. One's a drama and a comedy, and then the other one is a mixed race family. You know, I'm willing to try something different. And so, the other pilot I have is a sci-fi drama. So the mixed race family is like a mother who is hard of hearing, excuse me, and for me, my audience is completely general. I only make movies that I hope to cross over. You know, that's who I am. That's what I've always been doing. I think it's important to tell the story. You know, the business part, yes, that's important too. Yeah. Any other questions?
How did you pick the title for that movie? And how did you scout the characters?
Well, some people think it's about me, but it's not truly about me. It's loosely based, but inspired by my story. But it's not, it's completely fiction. So it's based on some of my experience, but not all of my experience. So any other questions, or is that it? Okay, great. Anybody else?
Hello, and congratulations. Great job.
Thank you, thank you.
I look forward to seeing your future films. This was wonderful. I'm very curious. The whole topic of secrets, and why did it take so long in the movie to finally find out what happened? Zane.
Well, the reason why I decided to end it that way is because it's not really the end of the movie. You know, because I deleted more than 30 pages of the story. So, you know, if you know the end of the story, then it becomes predictable.
Right. You are the filmmaker. You have the license to make the film as is, but you just kept us at the edge of the seat until the very end. My second question is, She went to the bar while she was still in high school and able to get a drink. Yeah, she was a senior in high school, so what, 18, but isn't the legal age 21? So in the club, she just, you know, they poured the drinks, they didn't even card the girl. That kind of stuck out for me. I wanted to ask about that.
Are you concerned that your son is the same age as me? Is that why? I mean, it's college experience, really.
I just couldn't believe it that that happened in high school, going to a bar. I don't think that could ever happen.
I mean, I was at the bar in 17. You know, they let me in. They didn't even ask for my ID.
I guess in my time it was the same way too. Yeah, and in my time we drank at 18.
I have to agree too. It happened to me too. So that's totally believable, totally.